commencement exercise, I've been asked to make a request of you. As you can see, we have a full house, and we're excited to have you on Eagle territory. But we ask that you not save seats. At this point, we need you to assist us by opening those seats that you have saved so that those who are standing in the wings may have a seat. We thank you.
bad as she looking at you. You see her, baby? That's her. Your forehead big, baby. Your forehead big.
Need to get me laced. I got no fingers too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I say, I got two, but I don't know. I'm just gonna look it out. Yeah. The law is on that.
University graduate and professional class of 2017. For the presentation of the colors. And notice where the exits are located. Emergency personnel are on duty to assist should the need arise. Please be seated. Recognized for having stayed the course of academic rigor in accordance with the procedures and policies of North Carolina Central University. They are the honorees for this hour. Please join me in applauding them. I declare our 129th commencement exercise open. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the Interim Chancellor, Johnson O. Akinlade.
Good afternoon. As we start these commencement exercises, I have three simple requests. One, please turn off all your mobile phones or place them on silent. please do not obstruct the view of others by standing when not requested to do so. Please allow all graduates to enjoy the moment when their names are called and try to refrain from excessive celebration. I know. We want everyone to enjoy this memorable day. Welcome to North Carolina Central University and to the 129th commencement exercises. Thank you to the faculty and staff of North Carolina Central University for all of your hard work in making this day a reality for more than 505 graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2017. NCCU is a designated military-friendly institution because we make a significant effort to accommodate our veterans. Will all of our graduates, who are also veterans, please stand to be recognized. All of our graduates who are veterans. We thank you for your service to our country. Please be seated. Today, we celebrate a university milestone by awarding the first cohort of PhDs in more than 50 years. The three young ladies who have earned the PhD degree in integrated biosciences are the epitome of strength, tenacity, and eagle excellence. Will Elena Arthur, Rashida Edmondson, and Helen Oladapo please stand? Elena Arthur has thrived in the research environment at Bright and BBRI, our two research institutes, where she studied potential new treatments for diabetes. She also recently co-authored an article that was published in the prestigious International Journal of Biological Micromolecules. Originally from Ghana, she earned a bachelor's degree in biochemistry at NCCU before entering the PhD track program at the master's level. Rashida is a native of Wilson County, North Carolina. After earning her bachelor's degree at Elizabeth City State University, a master's degree from North Carolina A&T State University, she decided to continue her education through the doctoral program at NCCU, where her spouse, coincidentally, is a member of the faculty. Rashida plans to work in the pharmaceutical industry and someday teach. Helen, a native of Nigeria, is becoming a double eagle today. Having completed her Master of Pharmaceutical Sciences degree at NCCU before becoming a doctoral candidate. She also earned an undergraduate degree from East Carolina University. Now, she is looking forward to a career in drug development research, as well as opportunities to serve as a patient advocate for communities of color. Please join me in congratulating these models of truthful service. Look forward to witnessing your contributions to the world. Congratulations. Let's pause now to celebrate the parents and extended family of members of the 2017 class. The love, encouragement, and inspiration that you have provided have enabled the women and men who stand before us today to accomplish their dreams and earn an advanced degree. Thank you for supporting our graduates in their quest for excellence. To members of the faculty, your insight and subject matter expertise is shaping the minds and lives of our scholars, both inside and outside the classroom. To the NCCU staff and administrators, you provide critical support and service to NCCU. We applaud the dedication to Eagle excellence. To our Eagle alumni, you work tirelessly to keep the NCCU mission alive. Mr. Samuel Cooper, President of the NCCU Alumni Association, job well done. Graduates, please take a moment to stand and salute your moms, your dads, partners, family members, and professors who helped you achieve the important accomplishment. Today, we believe will open new doors of opportunity and transform your lives. Lastly, I would like to ask all students who are receiving NCCU Student Service Impact Award to stand. These students who are highlighted in the program have been recognized for their outstanding dedication. Thank you for the work. Please be seated. Once again, congratulations and welcome to Spring Commencement 2017. At this time, the Imam Abdul Hafiz Wahid, Muslim chaplain at Duke University, will provide reflections, after which the program will proceed as printed.
Good afternoon, and as we say in our religious language, peace to you, assalamu alaikum. With God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, we'd like to say congratulations to all the graduates and your families. God has blessed you to reach a milestone on your human journey. Education, without a doubt, is a sacred matter. It illuminates your paths we choose to walk. Continue to seek education as if it's your lost property. And wherever you find it, claim it. Knowledge utilized properly will evolve your life to heights beyond your expectations. God has created all humans like a plant. He created us to grow in steps, to grow gradually. Like a plant, we have to give back to our environments with a deep sense of consciousness and responsibility. Dear graduates, remember this: our community is our responsibility. Sincerely strive to help enrich our world and go out there like an eagle and win for our future.
Next, greetings will be given by Vice Chairman of the NCCU Board of Trustees, Mr. John Bobby, President of the Graduate Student Association, Mr. Andrew Board, and the President of the Student Bar Association, Ms. Nicole L. Little, while UNC Board of Governors member, the Honorable William A. Webb, is listed in the commencement program. He had an obligation that prevented him from joining us today. He sends his regret. Greetings in that order.
What a wonderful time it is. And I know we look forward to this day. The Interim Chancellor accolade, graduates, families, friends, faculty and staff, the alumni, fellow trustees, and members of the Board of Governors, good afternoon to all. I am pleased to greet all of you today, along with our commencement speaker, State Supreme Court Justice Mike Morgan. We're honored to have you as our guest speaker on this occasion, Judge Morgan. As Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees of North Carolina Central University, I would like to offer my heartfelt and excited congratulations to the members of the class of 2017. So to you graduates, you are here today because you established a goal, worked ever so hard, achieved and superseded on those expectations. Whether you are competing a graduate or professional degree, whether you've earned a Master's of Social Work, a law degree, or a PhD, you ought to be congratulated for going the extra mile and earning an educational credential well beyond the average American. But of course, you're not average. You're already soaring. You've shown the world that you can set high goals, aspirational goals, and see them through until completion. As you move forward, remember that your NCCU Eagles are here for you. Your achievements on the sloping hills and the verdant green will not be forgotten. You are examples of Eagle excellence. As you soar to your next challenge, always know that the faculty, administration, and staff of NCCU are behind you. Our interest in your progress will linger long after you leave here today. Engage with our network of active alumni where you will be warmly welcomed. Please remember your alma mater when looking for volunteer opportunities to counsel or mentor students or to donate to programs that change lives, as yours is being changed here today. We know that you will think of your alma mater with pride and will find ways to give back. I would be remiss not to mention the efforts of family and friends of the graduates. We know you have played a very important role in helping these graduates stay on course. On behalf of the entire university community, thank you. And again, to the graduates, your North Carolina Central University degree signifies the development of a 21st century scholar armed with the skills and knowledge for success in society and in today's economy. Now go forth and do great things. As the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once noted, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Congratulations on all your future successes, and stay in touch. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Chancellor, Provost, faculty, administrators, honored guests, my fellow graduates, family and friends. I am Andre Board, President of the North Carolina Central University Graduate Students Association. It is an absolute honor to welcome you all to share in what has been for me and for many of my colleagues, a day that we hoped, dreamed, and prayed would expeditiously come to fruition. Today, graduates, we celebrate the trials of the journey, the countless numbers of pages read, the unspeakable amount of time expended on researching, crafting papers, projects, and presentations, the many classes we attended, the many classes that went unattended, the precious hours of sleep sacrificed to study or to cram. For every networking event, interview, community service hour, extracurricular commitment, and each letter grade blessed by our Creator. The culmination of all these moments gives us a reason to celebrate today. However, within the celebration, there is also the endowment of responsibility, a debt owed to our great institution and those who will soon succeed us within these walls and in our community. Each of our journeys has been masterfully crafted to not only promote our future success, but also to inspire others along the way. I would not be standing before you today if it were not for the love of a grandmother, the wisdom of a mentor, or the opportunity provided by NCCU Law. Although my story may not be analogous to yours, we must acknowledge the investments that guided our trajectory of achievement. It is now our responsibility to reinvest our intellectual capital into our communities and our soon-to-be alma mater. An institution does not make its graduates great. We make the institution great. I'm going to say it one more time. An institution does not make its graduates great. We make the institution great. Therefore, we as graduates must accept the responsibility of inspiring achievement in others and forever be a resource to NCCU to strengthen the ties that bind us as the graduating class of 2017. God bless you all and your future endeavors. Thank you.
I'm really just sitting here trying to convince myself that this isn't a dream, that we're really here. The day, the moment we've all been waiting for. First and foremost, I would like to bring greetings to Intern Chancellor Akile, as well as the Board of Trustees and the entire NCCU Law community and our family and friends. I am Nicole Little, and I am the Student Bar Association President of the North Carolina Central School of Law. I am honored to bring greetings on behalf of our law school, our Dean, Attorney Phyllis Craig Taylor, as well as the NCCU Law community. Colleagues, today is the day. Today marks the end of our law school careers as we know it. and the beginning of our lives as social engineers. All of those long nights that we spent toiling away in the library, studying cases like International Shoe or Princess Cruise, regurgitating rule after rule after rule on top of rule, and we can never forget the exceptions. All of those moments have culminated to this one moment, and that is our transition from a JD candidate to a JD holder. I commend all of you on your success, and I praise you in advance for the many successes that you will have and achieve once we leave here. If I could leave you with one message today, that message would be, don't forget. Just don't forget the sacrifices and the struggles that you, your family made in order for you to arrive here today. Do not forget that as legal eagles, we joyfully carry the special burden of making sure that everyone around us is taken care of. We carry the burden to be public servants and trusted advocates, regardless of our chosen practice of law. Do not forget the words of Charles Hamilton Houston. A lawyer can be either one of two things: a social engineer or a parasite on society. Do not forget that as future attorneys, when you accept this Juris Doctor, you accept the responsibility to be held to a higher standard, to display moral character, and uphold the spirit of the law. But if I can make one final point, I would ask you not to forget why North Carolina Central School of Law exists in the first place. North Carolina Central School of Law was created as an access point for students who desired an education but was denied the opportunity to go to other institutions. Somebody told us no, but God, I'm happy that somebody else told us yes. It is this will, this desire, this motivation to succeed despite the obstacles that makes us, legal eagles, cut from a different cloth. We're different, we're unique, and never lose that. So for those reasons, I ask you to continue to shine, continue to stand out, and continue to soar like the eagles that you are. On behalf of the Law School and the Student Bar Association, congratulations to my colleagues in the entire class of 2017.
We are joined today by a number of people on stage, whom I'd like to acknowledge and introduce. Please stand when I call your name. To my left, in your right, Mr. John Bobby, Vice Chair, NCCU Board of Trustees. The Honorable Michael Morgan, NCCU alum and graduate professional commencement speaker. Dr. Harriet Frank Davis, Vice Chancellor, Institutional Advancement. Mr. Benjamin Durant, Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance. Mr. Gary Brown, Interim Vice Chancellor, Division of Student Affairs. Dr. Yolanda Banks Anderson, Interim Associate Provost and Dean of Research and Sponsored Programs. Mr. Samuel Cooper, President, NCCU Alumni Association. Attorney Kimberly Cadell Granger, Faculty Senate Chair. Dr. Jerome Goodman, University Registrar. And to my right, your left, Dr. Carlton Wilson, Interim Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Dr. Anne LeVon Reed, University Marshall. Attorney Phyllis Craig Taylor, Dean, School of Law. Dr. Deborah Parker, Dean, College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Dr. Jolie Rosé, Dean, School of Graduate Studies. Dr. Veronica Mwosu, Interim Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Wanda Lester, Interim Dean, School of Business. Dr. Audrey Beard, Dean, School of Education. Dr. John Gant, Dean, School of Library and Information Sciences. Imam Abdul Hafez Wahid, Muslim Chaplain, Duke University. Mr. Andrew Lord, Graduate Student Association. Ms. Nicole Little, Student Bar Association. Dr. Prince Wu, Platform Marshall. I offer a special welcome to any elected officials, retirees, and members of the clergy that are present today. Please give them a round of applause. If any current or former members of the UNC Board of Governors are present, will you please stand and be recognized? Please give them a round of applause. NCCU Board of Trustees is comprised of dedicated individuals working to ensure that our institution remains a first-choice global university. Mr. George Hamilton, our chairman, leads by example. Will current and former members of the Board of Trustees please stand at this time? Current and former members. Also, the members of the North Carolina Central University Foundation Board, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. I thank all of you for joining us this afternoon. We will now hear a selection from NCCU University Choir, led by Ms. Roberta Laws, conductor. Thank you, University Choir. Please give them another round of applause, please. At this time, I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker, a distinguished legal eagle, alumnus of North Carolina Central University, the Honorable Mike Morgan. Justice Morgan spent his early years growing up in Washington, D.C. before his family moved to New Bern, North Carolina during his youth. He is an alumnus of Duke University and NCCU School of Law. While in law school, Justice Morgan was the student body president during his last year, and he graduated with honors. Justice Morgan was elected to the North Carolina Supreme Court in November 2016 as an associate justice. His election made history in North Carolina as the first African American elected to the state Supreme Court and the only African American male currently serving on the state Supreme Court. During his swearing-in ceremony in January, he said, and I quote, "I am happy and proud and humbled to be able to add to that great diversity, that richness, that fullness that this court now even more reflects. North Carolina indeed is stronger and greater and better because of its diversity," end quote. An accomplished and veteran attorney and judge, Justice Morgan has spent much of his career serving the citizens of North Carolina, including his work for nearly 27 years as a judge in Wake County Superior and District Courts. Justice Morgan, I thank you for accepting our invitation to return to your alma mater to inspire and share your words of wisdom with our graduates. At this time, please welcome to the podium one of our proud eagles, the Honorable Mike Morgan.
Thank you for such a tremendously kind welcome. Thank you, Interim Chancellor Akinleye, for the gracious introduction, for your friendship with me and your leadership of this outstanding university. And Chancellor, administration, faculty, and staff, I thank all of you for remembering this law student from the class of 1979, and so wonderfully honoring me by inviting me to render the commencement address to the class of 2017 at these 129th commencement exercises, which bestow degrees upon the graduate and professional students who have earned them. Indeed, some 38 years ago, virtually to the day, I sat where you graduates currently sit as one of 56 law students who graduated with a Juris Doctor degree from my beloved law school. As I give a special shout out today to the graduates of today's North Carolina Central University Law School graduates, some 161 strong. And as I look out and see this wonderful expanse of joyous, smiling, relieved, accomplished faces, My, how things have changed at North Carolina Central University School of Law. The school continues to evolve and grow and prosper, not just the law school, but also the entire university, to the extent that now, again today, after decades, we have 3 PhD candidates being recognized. It's gratifying to return to the sloping hills, the verdant green, the lovely blossoms, beauty of sheen, back home to dear old NCC. Graduates, we assemble here today to commemorate and celebrate this milestone achievement in your life's journey. We delight in this highlight of this grand moment which you richly deserve. You've worked hard, sacrificed mightily, achieved formidably, excelled commendably, and acted responsibly as you successfully crossed the proverbial finish line of your most current academic pursuits. Be proud of this magnificent day in May as you look back on what brought you to this point in time and you look forward with ambition and vision to future successes. But along with the pride, remember as well that humility is a valuable virtue. You didn't get here by yourself. There are family members and church members and friends and neighbors and classmates and schoolmates and teachers and preachers, so many who poured themselves into you to allow you to be who you are today, to guide you, to motivate you, to prepare you to get right here, right now. They're crossing the finish line too. They're all over here. Some of them can only be here in spirit, but rest assured, they're here too. Remember those who got you here and be humble. And as you achieve your goals in life, continue to be humble. Just as you didn't get to this graduation exercise today alone, likewise you won't reach your next successes alone. Indeed, for every good fortune that you'll be able to experience in terms of success, not only will you bring forward that list of great people that I already mentioned, but you're going to bring along and add still others whom you've not ever met yet. Because your list of successes will going to keep growing and those who will be responsible for them too. Be humble and stay humble. And therefore concomitantly be and stay in position to both receive and then in turn to give those who will be the beneficiaries like you of the fruits of opportunity. Quite often I use sports analogies as a way to facilitate communication regarding a point that I want to make, because sports represents a common denominator, a common reference point which a goodly number of us can readily identify. I liken the academic attainments which you have achieved in life to the victories which athletes accomplish on the field or on the court. My penchant for such sports analogies is further inspired today as I stand in this gymnasium and am inspired by the presence on this campus of this place being an MEAC and NCAA championship school. In achieving the pinnacle of success as champions, sports teams or individual athletes typically go through a round of tournaments or rounds or playoffs in a progression of victories to ultimately claim the title in that given sport. Similarly, you graduates have successfully navigated a series of academic levels: grade school, high school, undergraduate college, and now postgraduate college, thereby enjoying a progression of victories at each educational stage. In giving their post-game interviews as to winning an individual tournament or round or playoff, a player routinely states that the victory is only going to be celebrated for a little while, because the next day preparations will begin for the next tournament or round or playoff on the way to the ultimate title. Graduates, celebrate and enjoy this major victory in your life's journey. Shout with glee, yell with pride, and dance like nobody else is watching. You've earned all of that, and you deserve all of that. But figuratively speaking, remember, tomorrow is on the way. Tomorrow, resume your ongoing quest for that title. For the athlete, the title represents the satisfaction of his or her own quest to be the best, as recorded in the history of that given sport. For the graduate, the title represents the satisfaction of his or her own quest to be the best, through fulfillment of your destiny. Graduates, don't be afraid to fulfill your destiny. Don't set your sights low. Dare to dream. Don't just be part of the crowd. Lead the pack. Don't languish in the safety of the shadows. Let your light shine brightly and unabashedly in the glow and the glimmer of the glory of all that you represent from here at NCCU. Don't go along just to get along. Think outside the box. Go for the gusto, reach for the moon, and leave the stars for somebody else. When I sat in cap and gown as a graduating law student in the 1979 edition of this commencement, I was just glad to graduate. Admittedly, I couldn't see much beyond graduation day in my immediate future. But when you're equipped with a diploma from North Carolina Central University, you can dare to dream. When you're carrying a degree with the NCCU emblem on it, you can lead the pack. When you're in possession of some sheepskin from this esteemed institution that Dr. James E. Shepard founded, you can create a spotlight or a limelight or whatever other kind of bright light you want to shine to illuminate the impact that you're destined to make upon this world. When I sat out there, little did I think that I'd ever be up here, and much less in this current professional capacity. But what North Carolina Central University saw in this unassuming fellow from a small southeastern North Carolina town, it also saw in each one of you. Fulfill your destiny. NCCU has put you in the best situation to claim it. Your exciting, successful, limitless destiny is yours for the taking. As graduates of North Carolina Central University, you and I now share the distinguished heritage of this illustrious institution. My own bonds with NCCU go far beyond my status just as being a proud alumnus. Back in grade school and in high school, one of my classmates and good friends was Dr. Shepard's great-granddaughter. The father of my late grandmother, Blanche Rivers, personally knew Dr. Shepard, who allowed her to come here from New Bern to a fledgling institution known as the National Training School, where she got her high school degree in 1923. My sister Lisa Morgan is presently an assistant dean of the law school. And while she and my mother Barbara Morgan and my wife Audrey Morgan are all present today, we treasure these collective roots which are firmly planted in this wonderful soil of maroon and gray. My late father, Lee Morgan, shared a philosophy with me which I in turn will share with you graduates as a positive perspective to maintain as you depart the academic world as graduates and enter the next world of your chosen endeavors as you fulfill your destiny. My dad instilled in me the attitude that as you climb the ladder of success, the universe of people who are trying to attain the same goals as you is larger, more talented, and more competitive than those that you surpassed at the lower rungs of the ladder. The higher you get, the steeper and stiffer the climb becomes. You already feel, I'm sure, like the weight of life's issues and concerns are already upon you, whether it's student loan debt, finding a job, relocation matters, personal relationships, or any other number of factors which are common or even unique at this stage in your life. And no doubt you probably harbor some doubts, fears, and qualms about the unknown which lies ahead. Yeah, we can keep it real. There's a ton of graduates out there who are being unleashed from the class of 2017 from other institutions that are entering a world where there are only a limited number of opportunities and positions. But since we're keeping it real, let's also flip the script. You may not relish the idea that they're out there, but they don't relish the idea that you're going to be joining them out there either. Because they know what you're made of. When it comes to attitude, it's up to you what kind of mood you're going to exude. The glass can be half empty, or the glass can be half full. The sky can be partly cloudy, or the sky can be partly sunny. Colloquially speaking, you've been dealt an excellent hand as you leave North Carolina Central University. You have successfully completed a course of study at a premier constituent institution of the University of North Carolina system, armed with an advanced degree of higher learning. Don't worry about who else is out there. Don't worry about what else is out there. When I heard from some sources some 38 years ago that I chose a bad career path because there were already too many lawyers out there, a wise lawyer told me there's always room for one more good one. Graduates, don't worry about who's to the left of you, who's to the right of you, or who's behind you. Look straight ahead, keeping your eyes on the prize with a laser focus, and be the absolute best that you can be. And then go ahead on and fulfill your destiny. against other golfers, they're playing against the course. Politicians will tell you they're not running against anybody else. They're running for the office. Marathoners will tell you they're not running against other marathoners. They're competing against time. It doesn't matter who else or what else is on the ladder of success as you chart the course of your career pursuits. You now have that special North Carolina Central University's imprimatur upon you. You've got NCCU seal of approval, certifying that you are 100% guaranteed and ready to succeed. Regardless, therefore, of your desired career pathway, there's always room for one more good one in whatever arena that you decide to choose. Now, my profession calls for an emphasis on the truth. So while my anticipation of your exhilaration upon realization of your expectations through your dedication is my prediction that I optimistically make for all of you, as those who employ trendy vernacular might say, don't get it twisted. Nobody said that this thing was going to be easy.
All right.
If success was easy, everybody would have it. So you've got to work for it. But you're ready for that. You've been fully prepared to have success. It's up to you now to utilize this preparation given to you by dear old NCC to get success. There are incredible numbers of people in the society which you are entering now who are just like you. Intelligent, talented, skillful, gifted, ambitious, and prepared for success. You know, there are a lot of yous out there. They just got different names. What is it that creates the separation between and among people that are seeking the same goals? What is it that creates the separation between and among people that are headed in the same direction? What is it that creates the separation between and among people that are striving to fulfill their respective destinies? The answer is actually in the question. What creates the separation is it. You've got to have more of it than other folks. It, as I use the term in this context, is short for intangibles. Keep the I, keep the T, and dispose of the other letters. Intangibles would be the it. It's the intangibles that are employed and demonstrated and cultivated by the individual who successfully separates himself or herself from the rest of the group. It's an intangible when everybody else comes on time, but you show up early. It's an intangible when the workday is done, but you stay to work late. It's an intangible when you've completed your share of the load, but you offer to help somebody else with their share. The spirit of such intangibles is the type of characteristic which makes an athlete put in extra time in the gym when practice is over. It's the kind of trait that makes a teacher work with a student after school hours are done. It's the manner of attribute which makes a professional offer his or her own services for free to those in need who just can't afford it. It is the motivation which drives you, the confidence which emboldens you, the discipline which anchors you, the organization which focuses you, the steadfastness which commits you, the loyalty which devotes you, the ambition which fuels you, and all those other kinds of attributes and intangibles which you do have and you must have if you're going to succeed out in this world of today. those kind of intangibles that separate the can-dos from the wannabes. That separates the pretenders from the contenders. Graduates, the intangibles come from within you and make you who you are. But I remind you and I submit to you that you've already got those kinds of intangibles. You are healthy and you are wealthy in them. Because all those intangibles that you need to separate yourself from others as you climb that ladder to success, you've already drawn upon them to bring you to this place right here, right now. You've already got them as you have this monumental milestone in your academic achievements. Just remember to continue to demonstrate and display your intangibles as you put your best foot forward and heighten their levels as you proceed to show it and fulfill your destiny. As I close, I recall the admonition that a good speaker always knows his or her audience. In attempting to do the best that I can to identify with this audience of you graduates with a closing refrain, I remember that the vast majority of you are in the age category that would have seen the movie The Lion King. Having a daughter in your age group compelled me to see this cinematic gem innumerable times. There's a segment in the movie where our protagonist, the young lion Simba, is overwhelmed, is losing his focus, and he's in danger of forgetting his identity and his purpose because he no longer has the guidance of his strong father, Mufasa, because of Mufasa's premature death at the hands of Simba's opportunistic and evil uncle, Scar. You know, this movie came out 23 years ago. I hope this is not a spoiler alert for anybody. Anyway, there's a scene where Simba is meandering aimlessly one night when the clouds and the moonlight sky suddenly depart. Simba looks up and sees the face of his father, Mufasa. Mufasa imparts words of wisdom and custom and comfort to our young Simba, and at the end of the soliloquy, he implores Simba for up in the heavens. Remember who you are. Class of 19, or should I say, I'm showing my age. Class of 2017. When you begin to feel overwhelmed, remember who you are. If you find yourself losing your confidence or your focus, remember who you are. And as you remember who you are, remember that list of people that got you here. Remember your series of successes. Remember that ladder that you continue to climb. Remember those intangibles that you're going to continue to demonstrate. Remember that destiny that you're fulfilling. And remember that North Carolina Central University has prepared you magnificently to go out and conquer this world. Remember who you are. You are an eagle. You're not some regular bird. A regular bird merely flies. Eagles soar. the sloping hills, the verdant green, the lovely blossoms, beauteous sheen. Remember who brought you to this point in time. Remember who prepared you for success. Remember who put the degree in your hand. It's dear old NCC. God bless you, 2017.